Good evening. My name is Oluwatoyin Shitu, and my job title is SLS Case Manager. That is Supportive Living Service Case Manager. The job that I will be doing is a very tedious one, very strenuous, and then especially working in a very big company, and it provides a 24-hour, 7 days job with no exceptions. And then you'll be working on a weekend, and your mission is to make sure that you provide care for the clients and as well as the staff. So you will be doing majorly most of the staffing work, and there's avenue for growth. There's avenue for individual growth, and there's avenue for staff growth, and there's avenue for lifelong growth. Typical stressor in this kind of job is that you work like at least 50% of your time as a case manager is supervising up-to-date assessments and evaluations and ensuring staff development. And most importantly, you have to be able to interact with the families of the client and be able to help them in whatever they needed. You'll be doing purely administrative, and you'll be scheduling staffs, and then you must provide, as a case manager, you must provide a coverage for shift, and if need be that the client is absent, you yourself must be the backup. So it's a 24 hours job. It's a very strenuous job. Your weekend sometimes might be occupied, and it requires you to work with adults and oversee staffs, and especially you must have a leadership quality, because it encompasses purely administrative most of the time, and then you work with your direct boss, which is the director. And the typical benefit is that all employees they are eligible to medicals, dental, vision, life insurance, and other benefits that may be that may be specified by the laws or regulations and policy that covers this kind of job. And the pay range is between 20 and above, especially when you're on call. You get a raise on when you are doing an overtime, then that should be considered. And then you have a flexible schedule and a pay time off benefit as well. So this kind of job entails you supervising, training, guiding, evaluating, assessing clients, and service staffs according to the state's law, the regulations, and it requires about 6 to 8 clients that you work with most of the time. And then the case managers must ensure that he helps the director at all time in on capacity. And sometimes they need to go to the branches outside of where you're stationed, and you need to go and help them sometimes. So it's kind of job that is very tasking and very demanding. And then the educational requirement is high school with 2 years experience in human service on developmental disability, and sometimes it could be 2 years post secondary school in human services, and it requires 6 months of professional expertise in SLS or DSP program. It requires one hand in training in leadership skills, and most especially if you have a bachelor's degree, it is preferably, and most importantly, they could waive the experience if you have a bachelor's degree in this kind of job. The starting salary is about $20, and it could move higher as you progress in the kind of job. So it depends on the qualification, and if you want to further your education, you might have a raise and have a promotion. It's open, and the annual range is about $38,000 and upward. And then hours could be flexible sometimes. Most of the time it could be flexible, and some weeks it could be very, very tedious. But generally, it is a very good job that is promising. And then as a former caregiver, it is good that I have this hand-in experience, and which can help job creation, and it could work for me in this kind of field. Thank you.